All right, have you ever been looking up at the night sky and bam, you see this incredible streak of light? Well, today, we're going to chase down exactly what those are. We're talking about comets. Let's dig into what these amazing dirty snowballs are all about.
So, what are these things really? I mean, we've all heard that nickname, right? The dirty snowballs of the solar system. And you know what? It's a fantastic description. But believe me, that nickname is just the beginning of their story.
Okay, so to really get a handle on what a comet is, we gotta start at square one. What are they actually made of? And where on Earth, or I guess where in space, do they even come from? Get this, comets are basically cosmic time capsules. Seriously, scientists think they're these perfect, untouched leftovers from when our solar system was just getting started. We're talking more than 4.5 billion years ago. That makes them some of the oldest things we can possibly see out there.
And that's exactly where the dirty snowball name comes from. It's a super simple recipe, really. You've got a small rocky core at the center, and then it's all wrapped up in layers of ice and dust. It's this simple little package that's going to put on the incredible show we see.
Okay, so if they're basically giant, dirty snowballs, it stands to reason they have to come from somewhere really, really cold, right? Absolutely. So let's take a look at where they hang out for most of their lives. Yeah, these icy wanderers aren't just drifting aimlessly through space. Nope, they have home bases, specific neighborhoods where they spend almost all their time. And when I say all their time, I mean billions of years, just waiting out there in the freezing darkness.
You can think of their homes as the super cold, distant suburbs of our solar system. You've got the Kuiper Belt, which is this kind of donut-shaped area way out past Neptune. That's where a lot of the comets with shorter trips come from. And then way, way beyond that is the Oort cloud. It's this huge spherical shell right at the edge of everything. The bottom line is, it is just mind-bogglingly cold out there, and that's the whole reason these snowballs stay frozen for billions of years.
But every now and then, something gives one of these comets a little push. Maybe a passing star, maybe a planet's gravity, and that little nudge is all it takes to send it on this huge looping journey right toward the heart of the solar system, and toward the sun.
Okay, now here's something you might find surprising. When you see a comet blazing across the sky, it's so easy to think it's kind of like a star, right? But it's not at all. A comet actually doesn't make any of its own light.
So wait, if it's not making its own light, why is it so bright? Well, it's basically a giant cosmic mirror. As it gets closer to the sunlight hits that icy, dusty surface and just bounces right off. That reflection is the magical glow we get to see from way back here on Earth.
And all that sunlight, all that energy, it leads to the part everyone knows and loves, the absolute most famous feature of a comet, that incredible, glowing tail.
So how does that tail even happen? Well, you can thank the sun for that. As the comet swings in close, the sun's heat starts to cook it. And at the same time, there's this constant stream of particles flowing from the sun. It's called the solar wind, and it just blasts gas and dust right off the comet's surface. That stream of stuff getting blown off is what creates the amazing tail.
Okay, now get ready for this, because this part is just wild. That solar wind always pushes the tail directly away from the sun. So think about it. When the comet is flying towards the sun, the tail streams out behind it. Makes sense, right? But when the comet is flying away from the sun, the tail is actually in front of it. How weird is that?
But you know, this amazing show can't go on forever. Every single trip around the sun takes a toll. There's a price to pay for that beauty. So let's talk about how the story ends for these amazing objects.
It's actually kind of poetic when you think about it. The sun, the very thing that makes the comet so beautiful and brings it to life, is also what's destroying it. With every single pass, it loses a little more of its ice and dust, and eventually, after thousands of years, there's just nothing left. It literally melts away into space. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. There are still plenty of comets putting on a show. And the most famous one of all, Halley's Comet, is like cosmic clockwork. It visits us every 76 years. So if you want to see a living piece of history with your own eyes, get your calendar out and circle the year 2061. That's when it's due back.
And speaking of history, here's a fun little fact for you. Ever wonder where the word comet came from? Well, you can thank the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle for that. He looked up, saw these things, and thought they looked like stars with long, beautiful hair flowing behind them. So he called them cometes, which literally means hair of the head, Kind of cool, right?
And that really brings us to the biggest question of all. If these comets really are perfect little time capsules from the very beginning of everything, what other secrets are locked away inside them? Could they tell us where the water on Earth came from? Could they even hold clues about how life itself got started? The more we look, the more it seems like these simple, dirty snowballs might just hold the answers to some of the deepest questions we've ever asked.